Elementary is the best time for reading. Kids are developing their love for books and pictures and images and ideas. And Telos Editora has a fantastic collection of English language books printed right here in Brazil that are great for your students, your children, and your school. We have, of course, the collections of the bum books that are so funny and so irreverent. Lots and lots of vocabulary, lots of new words, lots of actions and ideas. Fantastic for students who are learning English as a second language or an additional language and don't have access to that much spoken English in their daily lives. Here's a great addition. The Bessie books are also a really nice collection to work with English language learners and elementary students. And here's one of the reasons why. All the characters are the same, they repeat. So that means every time a child comes to a Bessie book, they know who's going to be there, they know who the characters are, and they can focus on what's going on. They even know the places. And having all of those things already known to them gives them a strong context that they can then get into the language that they're trying to learn. But not all of the books we have are collections. We also have individual books, like Breathe. Not the best, not really a book for reading from end to end, because it's about mindfulness and breathing and centering yourself. But it has lots of individual pages where you and your child or you and your students can do relaxation and mindfulness activities that will get them on track to whatever it is that needs to be happening. There are instructions in the back of the book for all of the exercises. It's a perfect companion for any elementary class, for performing arts, for physical education, and for mom and dad with kids at home. We have the newly published The Little Old Lady and Her Pig, a cumulative story where the little old lady finds lots of different situations that keep her from reaching her goal. Things add up every time until she finally gets where she wants to be. We have What Does a Crocodile Eat for Lunch?, where a curious little elephant decides to go out into the world and find out what a crocodile eats for lunch. This book is really special because of its black and white illustrations. There are tons of things that can happen in collaboration between classroom teachers and art teachers using this book and this idea of this black and white, beautifully drawn illustration. Also, we could use this book to tell stories about other things and how they happened, how different animals got to be the way they are, how trees got to be the way they are, would go right along with this story. A fantastic way to work on reading and writing in the same classroom. A lovely book, especially for parents and their children. The Drumbeat of Love talks about being a little different from everyone else. In this case, it's different from everyone in your family, but it could be different from everyone in your classroom or everyone in your school. And this little bunny finds that it's really, really great to be different and that love is the most important thing of all. And finally, we have the book Close to Here. Close to Here is a little different from some of our other offerings. The topic is a little bit more mature, goes really well with things that kids are studying in 4th grade, and 5th grade, and 6th grade, when we're studying about migration and movements, but also if we're learning about differences and the way people live and the differences in the way people live. Close to Here is a touching, moving book that really should be read by all kids because it really speaks their language to talk about these differences related to refugees, migration and immigration, even some questions about rich and poor and what does it mean to be rich and poor and what does it mean to have things and to not have things and how that affects children and what they think about the world. It's a beautiful book, and I highly recommend it. There are always more coming. We're always creating more titles. Keep coming back and keep going to that Telos Editora archive.